Hello friends, hope you are fine. Today the podcast is about Rahu in fifth house. What will be the results of Rahu in fifth house? As I have completed the series till fourth house, now this is going to be the podcast from Aries till the Pisces ascendant. As I mentioned that Rahu is a planet of general malefic nature. Firstly, do subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon in order to get notified for the upcoming videos. I am coming with the weekly horoscopes also in the coming days. So this will be beneficial for you, for all my subscribers, and for all those natives who want to know the results quite in a concrete way. Anyhow, Rahu is a planet of general malefic nature. One can't expect anything positive out of it. Now, Rahu becomes a matter of concern when it is afflicting its house of placement in the chart, or either when it afflicts other planets in the chart. So, Rahu, if it afflicts its house of placement, in the fifth house, it will lead to loss of semen, loss of lack of progeny, lack of intelligence, issues in liver, pancreas, stomach area, health problems to father. There will be problems with the elder siblings. One will be earning through unfair means, and in case Mars is utterly weak in the chart, the native will be having a personality with criminal mindset, isn't it? All these results are defined when Rahu is afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house. In case Rahu does not afflict its house of placement, it's not afflicting in fifth house, and it's quite strong by degrees. So Rahu gives good results. It leads to gains through speculations, especially those who deal with shares, stocks, and debentures. They'll be successful, you know, in speculations, and it gives an intuitive ability. It makes an individual intelligent. So however, if Sun is utterly strong, if Jupiter is utterly strong, if Saturn is utterly strong, and if Mars is utterly strong in the chart, Rahu won't be able to impact the native as has been promised by the affliction of Rahu. So it will, the strength of the concerned planets will lessen the impact of Rahu in the chart. However, Rahu in Leo sign, it gives medically, on medical grounds, it gives strange results, especially when it afflicts its house of placement. And such a native will be inclined, in case Rahu is afflicting, such a native will be inclined to love marriage, isn't it? So these are the main points to be considered while dealing with Rahu in fifth house in case of Aries ascendant chart. Now let us come to Taurus ascendant native. For Taurians, Rahu gives good results in exceptional cases. However, we are dealing with Rahu in fifth house. As I said, Rahu is a planet of general malefic nature. One can't expect anything, anything positive out of it. If it is afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house, it leads to loss of semen. It leads to lack of progeny. It leads to failure in investments. There are health issues with father. There are problems with elder siblings, and one is desirous of earning through unfair means, and the personality tends to be of criminal mindset. However, if Venus is utterly strong, if Mercury is utterly strong, isn't it? If Jupiter is utterly strong, and if the Lagna Lord is utterly strong, the impact of Rahu afflicting from the fifth house felt will be low. However, if Rahu is not afflicting, it implies that one will be able to gain through speculations. One will be successful in the investments in stock, shares, and debentures, rather such types of products, digital types of products, financial products, that need speculation, and one will be successful in speculating things. So it also gives intuitive ability in this case. So with this placement Rahu in the fifth house, it also leads one to, if it is not afflicting in the fifth house, it will imply the success in love marriage as well. Other things given other things that I repeat over and again, because the nature of every chart is different. So what to do? You can't remove Rahu from fifth house. What you can do, you can remove the malefic influence of Rahu, isn't it? So do subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon in order to get notified for the upcoming videos like this. And also I am coming with the weekly horoscope, so do subscribe the channel. Now Gemini ascendant, as I said that Rahu gives good results for Geminians also, in exceptional cases, in given certain conditions rather. Now Rahu is a planet of general malefic nature. One can't expect anything positive out of it, as I've repeated over and again. If it is afflicting its house of placement, it leads to loss of semen, lack of progeny, lack of intelligence if Jupiter and Mercury are also weak in the chart, and it leads to health issues to father. It leads to problems with elder siblings. One is desirous of earning through unfair means, and if Mercury is utterly weak in the chart, the person will be of criminal mindset, and Rahu should be strong in the chart. And these are the results when Rahu is afflicting its house of placement in the chart. However, if Venus is utterly strong, Saturn is utterly strong, Mars is utterly strong, and Mercury is utterly strong, Rahu won't impact the native. The effect of Rahu felt will be negligible under such conditions. So these are the main results when Rahu is afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house. However, if Jupiter is also strong, Sun is also strong, that will act, Mercury is also strong, that will act the general protective covers for the fifth house rather. Anyhow, if Rahu is not afflicting in fifth house, it leads to gains through speculation. If the person invests in stock shares and debentures and he starts speculating, his speculation, he will be able to succeed in speculations. And it also gives intuitive abilities, and in this case, when it's placed in Libra, there are higher chances that one will be successful in love marriage, isn't it? So do subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon in order to get notified for the upcoming videos like this. I'm also coming with the weekly horoscope in the coming days, and it will persist then. Cancer ascendant native, do subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon in order to get notified for the upcoming videos like this. Now let us start. Rahu, as I said, that is a planet of general malefic nature. Rahu, in case of Cancer ascendant native, it gives extremely worst results, and it creates many problems to the native of Cancer ascendant. And if Rahu is afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house, it leads to loss of semen, it leads to lack of progeny, it leads to loss out of investments, and there are health issues to father, there are problems with elder siblings, there are problems with respect to friends, isn't it? The relationship with the friends is not normal, and one is desirous of earning through unfair means. And if moon is utterly weak in the chart, the person will be having a personality with a criminal mindset, and there will be issues with respect to liver, pancreas, and stomach as well. So in however, if in case of Scorpio ascendant, one thing should be taken into consideration also. Here Rahu gets debilitated in fifth house, and this is one of the most important one of the unique problems. When a malefic planet gets debilitated, it creates mess. The problem created by a debilitated malefic planet, that is quite strange. One can't expect what can happen, but it depends on the nature of chart overall. However, if Jupiter is strong, utterly strong in the chart, if Sun is utterly strong in the chart, if Mercury is utterly strong in the chart, and if Moon is utterly strong in the chart, these will help as the protective covers for the considered houses, especially for the fifth house. So the impact felt out of Rahu, that will be negligible. So in case it is not afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house, it the native will be able to gain through speculations. He will be intelligent also, and he will have intuitive abilities, intuitive potentialities, isn't it? Creative abilities as well. And Rahu in such case is expected to give success in love marriage also. So these are the main results. Do subscribe the channel. I'm also coming with the weekly horoscope in the coming days, so that will be beneficial for all the subscribers of my channel. So do share more and more. So these are the main. Now what you can do, you can't remove Rahu from fifth house, but you can remove the malefic influence of Rahu. So that's possible with the consistent remedies, isn't it? You can't use gemstone for Rahu in such case, because it will multiplicate the problem. It will add fuel to the fire of Rahu, isn't it? So these are the proper ways to go ahead. Leo ascendant native, sun should be utterly strong in the chart. However, Rahu, as I said, that do subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon in order to get notified for the upcoming videos like this. Now let us begin. Rahu, as I said, that is a planet of general malefic nature. One can't expect anything positive out of it. However, it becomes a matter of concern when it's afflicting its house of placement in the chart, or it afflicts other planets in the chart. So this affliction is more than 50%. Usually, that becomes a cause of concern. However, when Rahu is placed in fifth house, it is when it's afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house, it leads to lack of semen, it leads to lack of progeny, it leads to health problems to father, it leads to issues in stomach, pancreas and liver also, in spine also, and it leads to problems to elder siblings and friends. One is desire of earning through unfair means, and if sun is utterly weak in the chart, the person will be having a criminal mindset, isn't it? So these are the main results when Rahu is placed in fifth house, and when it's afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house. However, if Jupiter is utterly strong, if Mars is utterly strong, if Sun is utterly strong, if these planets are utterly strong in the chart, the impact out of Rahu will be negligible. The impact felt, that will be negligible. But the strength of the concerned planets is must. However, if Rahu is not afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house, it will lead to gains through speculations. For example, if native invests in stock, shares, and debentures, and he will be successfully able to speculate, his speculations will be successful. He'll be able to earn out of such stock, shares, and debentures, such products. So because Rahu makes speculations strong, planet of intelligence, planet of geniusness, a planet of unique thought, isn't it? So under such and it also gives intuitive abilities. It makes one successful in higher education, and it makes a person intelligent as well. So these are the main results of Rahu in both the cases, as I mentioned. So I'm coming with the weekly horoscope as well. So do subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon, and not get notified for the upcoming videos like this. Virgo ascendant, as I said, that in case of Virgos, Rahu gives good results, amazing results, but under given conditions. However, when Rahu, as I said, that Rahu is a planet of general malefic nature, one can't expect anything positive out of it. When Rahu is afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house, it leads to loss of semen, lack of progeny, problems with respect to investments, problems in liver, pancreas, and stomach. There are health issues with respect to father. There are problems with respect to luck of the native, of general fortune, and there will be problems with respect to elder siblings, problems with friends. One is desirous of earning and gaining through unfair means. If Mercury is utterly weak in the chart, one will be having a criminal and selfish mindset, isn't it? So these are the main results. However, if Jupiter, Sun, Mercury, Moon, these planets are utterly strong in the chart, the impact felt of Rahu during its Antardasha are out of it, so that will be negligible. If Rahu is not afflicting its house of placement in the chart, and Rahu is strong by degrees, Rahu is strong by in all respects, it will lead to gains through speculations. If such a person invests in stock, shares, and debentures, and he starts speculating, his speculations will be successful, and he'll be also able to gain out of speculations, and one will be a person with intuitive abilities, isn't it? It also makes the person intelligent, given it's strong in the chart. And there are other configurations that matter in case of Virgo ascendant chart. As I said, that nature of every chart is different. It's not that one is Virgo, that the nature of one Virgo and nature of other Virgos that will be same. No, nature of every Virgo is different, but as a general we can say that their tendency to behave, to their tendency to different stimuli, that is same almost so far as Virgos are concerned, and each ascendant is concerned. But in cases, what are the influences on the ascendant, because ascendant is the house that pertains to personality. In some other podcast, I'll present a facts file on Virgo, facts file on Cancer, and like that. But this series is of Rahu, and let me complete this. I'm coming up with the interesting podcasts on Vedic astrology that will help the natives understand their personalities and understand their problems as well, and they'll be able to solve their problems to the great extent by resorting to such practical based information on Vedic astrology, isn't it? So do subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon, and not get notified for the upcoming videos like this, because I'm coming with the weekly horoscope as well in the coming days. So that will be a plus point for all the subscribers of my channel, isn't it? Libra ascendant. So far as Libra ascendant is concerned, it also Rahu gives, under given conditions, it gives good results in case of Libra ascendant also. However, as I said, that Rahu is a planet of general malefic nature, one can't expect anything positive out of it. So if Rahu is afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house, it leads to loss of semen, lack of progeny, problems in the liver, pancreas, and stomach, and health problems to father. There are problems with elder siblings, with friends. One is desirous of earning through unfair means. And if Venus is utterly weak in the chart, there are tendencies of having a criminal mindset, isn't it? And selfishness, selfish mindset, or selfish personality. So these are the main results when Rahu is afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house. However, if Saturn is utterly weak, if Jupiter is utterly weak, if Sun is utterly weak, if Venus is utterly weak in the chart, if all these planets are strong in the chart, the impact felt during the under the of Rahu when it's afflicting in the fifth house will be negligible under such conditions. But these planets should be utterly strong in the chart. However, if Rahu is not afflicting its house of placement in the chart, what will happen? That one will be able to gain through speculations, isn't it? If one has invested in shares, stocks, and debentures, he'll be successful in speculate, and his speculations will be accurate, and he'll be able to gain out of speculations. And he will be a person with intuitive mindset, and he'll be also intelligent, and one will be successful in love marriage also in this case. So do subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon, and not get notified for the upcoming videos, because I'm coming up with the weekly horoscope as well. So that will be beneficial for all my subscribers. Scorpio ascendant chart. In case of Scorpio ascendant chart, as I said, that Rahu is a planet of general malefic nature, one can't expect anything positive out of it. Do subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon, and not to get notified for the upcoming videos like this. And I am coming with the weekly horoscope series as well in the coming days. So that will be beneficial for all my subscribers, isn't it? So Rahu is a planet of general malefic nature, one can't expect anything positive out of it, and it becomes a matter of concern when it gives afflictions in the chart. Either it afflicts its house of placement, either it afflicts other planets in the chart. So when it's afflicting its house of placement in the chart, it leads to loss of semen, lack of progeny, problems to health of father, problems with elder siblings, problems with friends. There will be tendencies of having gains and income through unfair means, and person will be having a criminal mindset, especially when Jupiter and Mars are weak. So these are the main problems when Rahu is placed, and Rahu is afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house. However, if Sun is strong, if Jupiter is strong, if Mercury is strong in the chart, if Moon is utterly strong in the chart, these planets, the strength of these planets will lessen the impact of Rahu despite its affliction in the fifth house, and the impact felt of Rahu will be negligible. If Rahu is not afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house, it will lead to gain through speculations. If such a person invests in bonds, shares, and debentures, he'll be successful in speculating things, and it will become, one becomes intuitive also. If Rahu is strong and it's not afflicting in fifth house, it will lead to intelligence, it will increase the geniusness of the person as well, and the person will be intelligent and he'll be creative, isn't it? So one will also be successful in relationships also. So these are the main results of Rahu in fifth house in case of Scorpio ascendant. Do subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon or get notified for the upcoming videos. Sagittarius ascendant Rahu in Aries, and Rahu in Aries, this is the transit that is going on, and that will be over from 30 October 2023, and it will move to Pisces, and it will be a problem for Pisceans. However, this is not the subject matter of this podcast. Now let us discuss the results of Rahu. Rahu, as I said, that it is a planet of general malefic nature. One can't expect anything positive out of it like other benefic planets. So if it is afflicting its house of placement in the chart, it leads to loss of semen, lack of progeny, problems in health problems to father. There are problems with elder siblings, there are problems with friends, and one is desirous of earning through unfair means. If Jupiter is utterly weak, one will be a person with criminal mindset also. So however, if Jupiter is utterly strong, if Mars is utterly strong, if Sun is utterly strong, if Sun is utterly strong, if Venus is utterly strong, if all these planets are utterly strong, the impact felt out of Rahu will be negligible. So if it is not afflicting, what will happen? Do subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon in order to get notified for the upcoming videos like this. So if Rahu is not afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house, it leads to gains through speculations. If such a person invests in stock shares and debentures, and he starts speculating about the market, about the stock market, his speculations will be successful and he will be able to succeed in speculations. So he will gain through speculations, and it will give also successful, it will develop intuitive abilities. It will make the person intelligent, given the Rahu is not afflicting and Rahu is strong by degrees. So these are the main results of Rahu in case of Sagittarius ascendant in fifth house. So do subscribe the channel, because I'm coming with the weekly horoscope as well in the coming days. Now Capricorn ascendant native Capricorn. So far as Capricorn ascendant native is concerned, it gives good results in Capricorn ascendant as well, and it depends on many factors. Now Rahu in this case in fifth house, it becomes exalted, and now exalted Rahu creates mess when it is afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house. Now if it is afflicting, as I said, do subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon in order to get notified for the upcoming videos like this. If Rahu is afflicting its house of placement in the chart, it will lead to loss of semen, lack of progeny, problems with respect to relationships, and health problems to father, problems with elder siblings, friends. One will be desirous of earning through unfair means. If Saturn is utterly weak, and the person will be having a personality with criminal mindset, with selfish mindset. These are the main results of Rahu. However, if Jupiter Sun is utterly strong, if Jupiter is utterly strong, if Mercury is utterly strong in the chart, if Saturn is also strong in the chart, the strength of these planets will lead to negligible impact of Rahu. The impact of Rahu felt will be negligible in such cases. However, if Rahu is not afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house and being exalted, it will lead to growth in investments. One will be successful in gaining through speculations, isn't it? And one will have intuitive abilities as well. One will be successful in relationships as well, and one will gain through investments. If Venus is also strong in the chart, Saturn is also strong in the chart, and Rahu is also strong in the chart, but Rahu is not afflicting its house of placement in the chart. So under these conditions, Rahu will give good results, and these are the main points regarding Rahu in fifth house in case of Capricorn ascendant, isn't it? Now Aquarius ascendant, Rahu gives good results in Aquarius ascendant also, if in Aquarius Lagna also, under given conditions. As I said that Rahu is a planet of general malefic nature, one can expect anything positive out of it. So if Rahu is afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house, it will lead to loss of progeny, lack of progeny, loss of semen, and issues in liver, pancreas, and stomach. There will be issues with the health of father. There will be problems with elder siblings, with friends. One will be desirous of earning through unfair means. And if Saturn is utterly weak in the chart, one will be having personality with criminal mindset and selfish mindset. So these are the main results. However, if Venus is utterly strong in the chart, if Venus is utterly strong in the chart, if Venus is utterly strong in the chart, Jupiter is utterly strong in the chart, Sun is utterly strong in the chart, Venus is utterly strong in the chart, the configurations will be different. The impact of Rahu felt will be low, isn't it? So under such circumstances, despite the affliction of Rahu, the native won't face any problem at all to such an extent. However, if Rahu is not afflicting its house of placement and Rahu is strong in the fifth house, it will lead to gains through speculations. If such a person invests in bonds, stock shares, and bonds, stocks, shares, and debentures, one will be successful in speculating about the market, and he will be successful, isn't it? And it will go gains through investments, and one will be successful in relationships also. So these are the main results of Rahu in fifth house. Do subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon, and get notified for the upcoming videos like this. Now Pisces ascendant, it gives worse results in Pisces ascendant chart. As I repeated over and again, Rahu is a planet of general malefic nature. yeah, one can't expect anything positive out of it like other benefic planets. Rahu, when it is afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house, it leads to loss of progeny, lack of loss of semen, lack of progeny, problems in liver, pancreas, and health, and health, problems to health of father, problems with respect to general fortune, and there are issues with there are problems with elder siblings, problems with friends. One is desirous of earning through unfair means, and if Mars is utterly weak, Sun is utterly weak in the chart, the person will be having a personality with criminal and selfish mindset. So these are the main issues, main results of Rahu in fifth house. However, if Moon is utterly strong, if Moon is utterly strong, it will safeguard the significations of the fifth house. Moon is utterly strong, Jupiter is utterly strong, Sun is utterly strong, Mercury is utterly strong, Venus is utterly strong in the chart. If all these planets are strong in the chart, these will act as the protective cover for the significations concerned, and the impact felt of Rahu during such period, that will be low, isn't it? That will be negligible, rather. In case Rahu is not afflicting its house of placement in the fifth house, it leads to gains through speculations. If such a person invests in stock, shares, and debentures and bonds, he'll be able to get success in speculating, isn't it? He will have gains through speculations, and it will create intuitive abilities. One will be successful in relationships also, one will be intelligent also, one will be able to proceed in to succeed in his aim will be to have more height in higher education and higher studies, rather. So these are the main results of Rahu in fifth house, and do subscribe the channel, because I'm coming with the weekly horoscope in the coming days as well. So that will be beneficial for all my subscribers, because the analysis will be to the point, cut and clear, and practical approach to Vedic astrology. So bye bye.